Don't worry, I'll pass progressive policies later. Don't worry, I'll keep Israel in check later. So no, I don't trust Biden. I would never trust him to do this kind of clownish project without consulting with anyone else. And I don't trust Trump. And so, don't worry, he's a real estate expert. Went bankrupt 6 times. Couldn't build a thing if his life depended on it. You know all the Trump Tower, all that stuff that's happened in like the last decade or longer? He didn't build any of those. They just pay him to put his name on it because when he builds things, he screws it up so royally. Did he do any due diligence on this? There's no way that he did. That's why they said, don't worry, we're not gonna touch the East Wing. Then they started hammering away at the East Wing. And now today they say, we're destroying the entire thing. You know why? Because he doesn't know what he's doing.
My condolences on the loss of your friend Charlie Kirk. May I ask, sir, personally, how are you holding up over the last day and a half, sir?
I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks. They've just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House, which is something they've been trying to get, as you know, for about 150 years. And it's going to be a beauty. It'll be an absolutely magnificent structure. And I just see all the trucks. We just started. So it'll get done very nicely, and it'll be one of the best anywhere in the world, actually.
Well, gruesome political assassination or not, Donald Trump's got a ballroom on his mind, and we've got some updates on the 90,000 square foot White House ballroom. That's, by the way, 90,000 square feet. Like that's so big I can't even conceptualize it. Like I live in a 1,200 square foot place.
Yeah, no, mine's not much bigger. And I was thinking about that, right? I mean, it's like 50 to 100 times larger than our house.
This is so it seems like it's gonna be grand. All right, so let's get to the details. So the ballroom that Trump would rather talk about is they just officially broke ground this week. Now, footage from the Washington Post shows the White House's East Wing being demolished to make room for this 90,000 square foot ballroom that will cost US taxpayers a whopping $250 million, which is quite a steal compared to the money that we shell over to Israel for their atrocities in Gaza. Now, it will be able to, allegedly, it's gonna hold as many as 999 people, and it will have bulletproof windows. According to the New York Times, this is said to be one of the largest renovations to the White House in decades. The last being when, Harry Truman built the West Wing. Now, the undertaking of such a large project has, in fact, raised many eyebrows among Democrats and other Trump critics, especially since he's building such a luxurious ball. It's gonna be so gold, it's gonna be gold, all gold, everything. Okay, like the guy have you seen his, joint press conferences with various world leaders where they're like sitting and there's like a fireplace in the background, all this like gold gilded stuff everywhere? That's what the ballroom's gonna look like. We already know.
I just got breaking news on it. He said that they wouldn't touch the East Wing. They're going to demolish the entire East Wing. And they got no prior approval. They don't even have a plan. They won't tell us who's funding it.
What do they have to do? Get permission from like California lawmakers or something?
No, but they have to go through a process. Hey, do you have a workable plan? What are you building? This is not you're remodeling your house and you got to check with zoning, which by the way, you do, right? Yeah. This is the White House. This is the people's house. And he's like, I don't have a plan. I'm destroying it. And I'm not gonna tell you what I'm doing with it. And I'm not gonna tell you how much it's gonna cost or who's paying for it. The White House looks like a mess. It looks terrible. And now you're gonna destroy the entire East Wing? You said you weren't gonna touch the East Wing.
You're way too angry about this.
No, I am, because he's a destroyer. It's a symbol of our traditions. It's a symbol of the people, of democracy, of the Constitution. And he comes in there, and that symbol is powerful. Andrew Jackson brought in real people. He was a populist, and he had huge downsides and upsides, but it was a symbol, right? Okay, now the people are welcome in the White House.
The people are not welcome in the White House.
No, I know, that was during Andrew Jackson, Anna. That was a long, long time ago, okay? So now, the symbol that Trump is doing is, me destroy, me smash, me smash. Okay, I got it. And me steal. So I was like 250 million. Wait, that sounds like the 230 million you're stealing, where you're gonna give yourself the check. So okay, you're gonna steal that money. You're gonna use another 250 million dollars, probably again from us, and your corrupt donors. You're gonna build some sort of monstrosity that you haven't told anyone about, and now you're telling us, I was lying. I said I was gonna touch the East Wing. I'm a liar. I'm gonna destroy the entire East Wing to put up this piece of crap, whatever the hell he's gonna put up.
Okay, by the way, I should clarify, he claims that this is going to be funded privately, not through taxpayer money. I'm gonna have to wait to see if that's actually true because I am skeptical of that claim. But my skepticism doesn't necessarily prove anything. We're just gonna have to wait and see how this is actually gonna be funded. So I wanted to make that clarification because I think I said earlier that it's gonna be taxpayer funded. We don't know yet. All right, with that in mind, obviously there are other Democrats who are very upset about this. Maria Shriver is one of them. She says this breaks my heart and infuriates me. Hundreds of millions to build a new ballroom, good God. And then the Democrats' X page kind of shows you what the East Wing looks like. So that's what Cenk was referring to when he said that it looks terrible. But everything looks terrible when it's in the middle of a renovation process. I guess I'm not as upset about this because so many other terrible things are happening that this kind of pales in comparison. But I get what you mean. I get the attachment to symbolism and doing this to the White House without any real concern about what people in general, Americans in general, think about it. That kind of sucks. So Trump's donors actually do play a huge part in this ballroom construction because it's privately funded by a multitude of wealthy donors, allegedly. So last week, the New York Times reported that Trump hosted a dinner with a couple dozen corporate executives who helped finance Trump's plans. So Trump reportedly stated that we have a lot of legends in the room tonight, and that's why we're here to celebrate you because you gave. They wanted to have a ballroom and it never happened because they didn't have a real estate person. So many of you have been really, really generous. I mean, a couple of you, I was sitting here and saying, sir, would $25 million be appropriate? They said, I'll take it. So the White House official says that the guest list included executives from companies like Amazon, Apple, Google, Lockheed Martin, Meta, Palantir, of course, Palantir. Palantir is all over the Trump administration. Palantir manufactured JD Vance. So you have that to look forward to in the 2028 presidential election. Coinbase and many more. And Trump has openly admitted that this is privately funded, saying and said it at an earlier event. So could this be a pay to play scheme? I don't know. Like, how does this make sense? Because I can understand if his real estate developer donors see this as an opportunity to make money. But if it's privately funded, like, why would you privately fund this?
So no, here's the situation. He doesn't want to spend like theoretically $250 million on a gold-plated room while we're in the middle of continuing inflation. They came in and fired everybody in Doge, which I'm gonna come back to in a minute, et cetera. So he says, oh, don't worry, it's not gonna cost the taxpayers any money. First of all, I don't believe him. But okay, let's say that they did get privately financed, and that's not impossible. To be honest, there's some chance that Trump is telling the truth on this.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, but you know what they're gonna do, according to some of the reporting? Then they're gonna put up big plaques in the White House for those donors. So this room in the People's House, brought to you by the disgusting pigs at Palantir, who are gonna spy on you, and we perfected it in Israel. Don't worry, we know how to oppress the citizens perfectly. So now we're gonna bring that over here, and we now own a part of the White House. And whoever else, it's like now the White House needs those NASCAR type of logos like our politicians. And so I don't want those logos inside the White House. They're a stain on this country. So it's a lose-lose to me. I don't want the private donors putting their stupid mugs and paraphernalia and their logos all over the White House. And I also don't want the taxpayers paying for it. And do we need a 90,000 square foot golden ballroom? And especially, Anna, when Doge came in, they're like, you're fired, fired, fired. You're normal, average Americans, you're fired. We're firing everyone. Now government shutdown, nobody gets paid except the politicians. So now everybody hasn't gotten paid for 2-3 weeks, right? But don't worry, we're building a golden ballroom brought to you by Palantir and other dirtbags who control our politicians. I wonder if AIPAC's gonna chip in. This ballroom in America brought to you by the Israeli lobby. I don't know. Palantir's already close enough to them. So I hate it, I can't stand it.
I remember the several times I've been in DC, I really wanted to tour the White House. It is so hard to get approval as an American citizen to tour the White House. So I guess, and maybe people aren't gonna like that I'm gonna say this, but it's genuinely how I feel, and I wanna be honest with you. I don't really care about the White House. I'm never gonna be able to step foot in it. It's not the people's house. It hasn't been the people's house in a really long time. This country has been taken over by corporate greed. Trump is just a mere symptom of that. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you're gonna see corporate logos all over the White House. But if that bothers you, don't let it bother you too much, because you're probably not gonna step foot in the White House either. That's the way I see it.
Yeah, I think it should bother you to your core. I hate that our government has been sold off part by part, dirty politician by dirty politician. Now they're selling off the White House and destroying it in the meanwhile. So let's get this right. So he riles up a whole bunch of people to attack the Capitol, and now he's halfway destroyed the White House.
Yeah.
And guys, the East Wing is never coming back. They already destroyed it. Nobody got any say in it except a couple of people. They never even told us, to this day, they haven't told us the plans. What are you gonna do with it? They're like, oh, don't worry, we're not gonna touch the East Wing. We already destroyed it. I know, because you're a destroyer.
So Jesse Waters weighed in on this. I haven't seen
great.
this, well, I haven't seen the video yet. Obviously you haven't either. Apparently he's saying that Trump is unchecked. So he might agree with you, Cenk. We're about to find out.
Yeah, I saw it, go ahead.
The Democrats are upset because Trump is so unconstrained. And he's so ambitious, and he's wielding executive power so confidently. And none of their presidents ever did, and nothing they can do can check his power.
Does he like that?
Yeah,
Does he
of course.
think that's a good thing?
Of course he does. No, he did it twice on Fox News.
Well, if that was a Democratic president, he would be singing a completely different tune.
Are you kidding me? If Biden like destroyed half the White House like this and said, oh, don't worry, trust me. Which, by the way, he said a lot and we hated it, right? Oh, don't worry, I'll pass progressive policies later. Don't worry, I'll keep Israel in check later. So no, I don't trust Biden. I would never trust him to do this kind of clownish project without consulting with anyone else. And I don't trust Trump. And so, don't worry, he's a real estate expert. Went bankrupt 6 times. Couldn't build a thing if his life depended on it. You know, all the Trump Tower, all that stuff that it's happened in like the last decade or longer, he didn't build any of those. They just pay him to put his name on it, because when he builds things, he screws it up so royally. Did he do any due diligence on this? There's no way that he did. That's why they said, oh, don't worry, we're not gonna touch the East Wing. Then they started hammering away at the East Wing, and now today they say, oh, we're destroying the entire thing. You know why? Because he doesn't know what he's doing. He didn't have a plan in the beginning. So, and Jesse Waters, yeah, he loves it. Look, guys, again, fair is shown in America. There's one thing that Jesse Waters is saying there that I do agree with. I watched the 2 times that he talked about it on Fox News. Yeah, Biden and the Democrats are purposely weak and incompetent. So they just come in and go, oh, there's nothing we can do. Yeah, you got the House, the Congress, the Senate, the White House, why don't you do something? And Democrats never ever do anything. Is Trump confident? Does he take aggressive action? Yes, he does. And if he was taking it on our behalf, meaning the entire country, then that would be great. I want a president who's active. But when he's doing it on his own behalf, oh, I took great action. I told the Justice Department to pay me $230 million. I took action, I destroyed the East Wing without telling anyone. And we don't know what the plans are for my grotesque ballroom, so I could feel like I'm in a golden palace and I'm a king and it's Versailles or whatever he thinks it is. Oh, I sold off the White House to donors. Oh, oops, I don't want him taking that kind of action. I want him taking action on behalf of the American people. And where is it? What's the one thing he passed? Tax cuts for the rich. Of course. And giant corporate subsidies, giant addition to the Pentagon, pork after pork after pork. So for all this tough guy talk, at the end of the day, he's a standard slimy politician. All he's ever done is deliver for the donors. And right now, he's looking to take half of Gaza and give it to Israel because they're also his donors. So all he does is donor, 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 donor. So now they've soiled the White House. Every time you ring the bell below, an angel gets his wings. Totally not true, but it does keep you updated on our live shows.